Hey, this is Elijah with the Oxygen team, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to use Tippy.js to add some really cool tooltips to any element in Oxygen. As you can see here, when I hover over these cards, I have a little tooltip that pops up right above them, even with a little nice arrow to indicate where the tooltip's coming from. And this is incredibly easy to set up in Oxygen. So first, let's jump over to Tippy and let's take a look at that. This is a third-party library and its entire job is to create tooltips. So they have some examples here of kind of the default tooltips and the ways they can be configured. And the nice thing about Tippy is it's going to show the tooltip where it needs to be. It respects the boundaries of the viewport, so it will flip the placement if it needs to. So you'll never have a tooltip that runs off the screen. So let's jump right into Oxygen and get started on setting this up. So here's the exact same layout we were just looking at, but Tippy has not been implemented yet. So let's go ahead and add a code block here to this section. And this code block will be where we include our Tippy library. So let's move this up here. And in the PHP and HTML editor, we're going to need to include a CDN link to the Tippy library. So the easiest way to find that is to either look in the documentation, which usually is going to be under Getting Started. Right here are the CDN links we're going to need. You can also just Google the library that you're looking for, like Tippy.js and then CDN, and you'll find a CDN that will deliver this for you. So in this case, we're going to grab the production CDN links and we're going to paste those into our code block. We'll close this one out. And that's just going to go right here in the PHP and HTML editor. Now there's one more thing we're going to want to do because we're going to want to change the animation on the Tippy pop-up. We're going to need to go over here and make note of something really important with Tippy here, and that's the inclusion of optional extra imports. So they have this import option here, but since we're doing this in a code block, we need to do this. So I'm just going to paste this. And even though scale's not the animation we want, I'm going to use this as kind of an example for myself. And I'm going to paste this right here. So now if we know the name of our animation, we can go ahead and just replace scale with that. So let's go over here and just look at animations. And these are the animations that are available by default. And I'm going to choose shift away. So I'm going to go over here and replace scale with shift away, which is the animation I want to use. Okay, so now all of our packages and our libraries are included. Now we just need to set up the JavaScript side of things. So let's go back to Getting Started, and here's where you're going to find how to initialize this. We go down, it shows us some HTML. We don't need that. And actually, it's going to be under constructor. Here we go. So basically, all we need to do is call the Tippy function on elements that have the data-tippy-content attribute. So we can just copy this, and we're going to go in here and go to the JavaScript tab, and we can paste that in. But we don't want that to run before the document is ready. So we're just going to wrap this in a function that makes sure that this runs after the document's ready. So we're going to do document.add event listener, and the event we're listening for is DOM content loaded. Then once that event fires, we're going to run this function. And this is just the vanilla JS way of doing jQuery document ready, which is what we typically have used in these videos. So we're going to apply that. So now this is running once the document's loaded, and it's just initializing Tippy on every element with a data-tippy-content attribute. Now we need to add that attribute to our cards. So we're going to jump over here and go to Advanced Attributes, Add Attribute. And it's going to be data-tippy-content. And let's go ahead and grab some lipsum. Just a little bit, not too much, because it is a tooltip. And we'll just paste that in for all of these to make things a little bit quicker. So then we just need to do the same thing on our other cars. So we'll go to attributes, data-tippy-content, paste in what we want to show up in the pop-up. We'll do one more here, attributes, data-tippy-content, and paste in the content. And now let's take a look on the front end to see exactly what this does. And if we hover over our elements, we now get a tooltip that's populated with the content from the data-tippy attribute. But you may notice our animation doesn't appear to be working. So let's jump back and take a look at why that might be. So let's select our code block here. And I actually know exactly why it's not working, because we have to pass the animation that we want to use to the Tippy constructor. So we go in here and we just add a comma after that attribute there. And this is going to be an array. So we use an open curly brace, close a curly brace, and this is going to be animation shift away. And that should set up our animation to work like we wanted it to. So jump over here. And now you can see it shifts above or away from the element when we hover over it. So this is just a really simple way to set up some really nice and smart tooltips without having to do a lot of the configuration yourself. Now, Tippy has a lot of other parameters that you can modify. If you want to dig through their documentation and you want to customize these things a lot, you can totally do that. But for a quick tooltip implementation, this really seems like a good way to go. So again, this is Elijah with the Oxygen team, and that's how to set up tooltips using Tippy.js and custom attributes in Oxygen. Thank you very much for watching.